Hey guys, Ray here with Digital Footprint Solutions, your award winning web design agency here in Fort Lauderdale. Now, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you exactly how to build this website from scratch. It's a basic website for your business. So, let me give you a sneak peek. So, let me go ahead and refresh this right here, and you're going to see some animation effect coming from the three little boxes here. Now, as we continue to scroll down, we have the service section, we have the laughing girl section, we have a testimonial area, we have a benefits section, and you can see the animation as we scroll down. And then as we continue downwards, we have the about us page, and then we have the get in touch page also. And below that, we have the newsletter section and a nice little footer right here. So let me go ahead and show you exactly how we built this website. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back. Now, before we get started, there are a few things that we need to get before we begin building our website. Now, if you do not yet have a domain name or hosting, then I'll put a link in the description below where you can watch videos on how to get your domain name and how to also get hosting. But in this tutorial, I'm just going to walk you through how to build a business website. All right, so currently I'm on Cloudways website, and this is pretty much the hosting company that I use to manage pretty much all my major accounts. So let me go ahead and log into the account. All right, so I'm currently logged into the account, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new WordPress application, and you guys are going to see how easy this actually is. So let me first go to my application section over here, and then I'm going to click on application here. I'm going to select my server, which is DFS agency, and then I'm going to add an application. So once I do that, I'm now going to choose which WordPress version that I need. And of course, this is the latest. Then I'm going to choose the name of my website or the name of my application. So I'm going to call this business demo site. And then I'm going to click on add application. All right, so it does take a little while to build the application. So once it's done, then I'll be right back. All right, so it did take about 2 minutes to add the application. So let me go over to the application right now. And here it is. So right here, right now, we have a WordPress website ready to rock and roll. So let me go ahead and log into the dashboard. So I'm going to go ahead and choose my username. Then I'm going to copy my password. Yes, you can actually copy your password here. And then I'm going to log in. Now, for those who are not familiar with WordPress, this is the backend of your WordPress dashboard. And here is pretty much the heart of everything. This is where everything is created. And so once we're done, our website will not be looking like this. All right. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to grab a theme. Now, WordPress does come with some pre-built themes, and honestly, guys, I don't like any of them. So what we're going to do, we're going to head over to a website called Elegant Themes right here. Now, Elegant Themes is a paid builder, but what it does, it makes creating a website so much easier than doing this. Yeah, this is pretty much how we create websites, but not anymore for me actually. In very rare instances, we do have clients who prefer raw coding website, and in that case, we do provide that service. But for 95% of our clients, it's all done through WordPress and theme builders. All right, so You can purchase the yearly access for $89, or you can purchase the lifetime access for $249. And I will leave a link below if you choose to use my link as an affiliate of Elegant Themes. All right, so let's continue. All right, so once we get all of that and you purchase the theme and you download it to your desktop, we're going to get back over to our WordPress website. And then once it's downloaded on your desktop, we're going to navigate to that folder. All right, so to do that, we're going to click on Add New. And once we click on that, we're going to see more themes that we can either purchase or we can actually use for free. But none of these are going to be of interest to us today. So let's go ahead and click on Upload Theme, choose File, and wherever you downloaded your theme from Elegant Themes, then you're going to navigate to that area. Since I already have it on my computer, I'm just going to navigate to that folder right now, and I'm going to choose Divi right here. Okay, so once that is done, we're going to click on Open. Then we're going to click on Install Now. Perfect. Once we're here on this screen, we're going to click on Activate. And now we have our active Divi theme on our dashboard. Now we can, and it's optional, but we can delete these themes here because we really don't need them. So, and it takes up less space. So let's just get rid of them. So we just click on them and then we hit delete. And we just have our Divi theme here. Now, if we go back over to our website, what a big difference, guys. All right, but we're not there yet. So let's keep going. Now, the next thing that we're going to do before we can actually start using the Divi theme is we want to go to Divi right here. Just hover over Divi. We're going to go to Theme Options, and we're going to go to Update. And here is where we're going to paste our API key and also our username that was created when we created Elegant Themes account. So let me just go back to my account over here, log into my account. I'm going to go to username and API key. Then I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to click on my username. I'm going to come back over to theme option, and then I'm going to paste it here. And then I'm going to go back over to Elegant Themes, click on the API key, go back to theme options, and paste my API key here. Without the activation of the theme, you will not be getting updates, nor will you be able to access some of the templates that Elegant Theme offers for free. So once we've done our paste, copy and paste, then we're going to click on Save Changes. And once we get that green tick, we are good to go. All right, so there are a few other things that we need to do before we actually begin building our website. And bear with me, guys, we're almost there. So first, we need to change what is called our permalink. So we're going to head over to permalink here. We're going to change from custom structure, or you may have some other option enabled here, but the option we want to choose is post name. So by choosing post name, what's going to happen is if your website is abc.com and then you have an about us page, it's going to be abc.com/about us. Anything else is just going to be gibberish. So once we've done that, we're going to click on Save Changes. And then we can go back to our dashboard. All right, so our dashboard is a little bit clustered. So let's get rid of some of these things right here. We can drag that over here, drag that over here, and we can actually minimize that, minimize that. We can actually minimize everything right here, guys, because we really do not need them. All right, much cleaner. Now, the next thing that we're going to do, we are going to add some pages. So we're going to go over here to Pages. We're going to click on Pages. And in Pages, we already have two sample pages here. So we're just going to click on this checkbox. We're going to click up here. move to trash, apply. Now it's in trash, so we're going to go over to trash and we're going to get it off our system completely. So delete permanently and then hit apply. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to click on add new, and you're going to see this nice little editor right here. We can always X this out, and right here in the add title, we're going to type home. Next, we're going to go over here. We're going to click on publish, and then we can click on publish again. So this is going to create our first home page. All right, we're going to click back on the WordPress logo over here, and then we're going to add another page, and this is going to be our about us page. So we can either say about or about us, whichever one's fine. Then we're going to click on publish, then publish again. We're going to click on the W again, and then we're going to add new. This time we're going to add our contact us page, so it can be contact or contact us. I'd rather leave it at just contact. Click on publish, publish, and now we have pretty much our three main pages. Now, of course, if you want to add more pages, just continue the steps and you can add more pages to the website. All right, so let's see what's going on our website right now. Let's go ahead and refresh. All right, so we see the about, the home, the contact, the home again, and on categorize, and a little search icon here, which we do not need any of these. So let's get back over to our WordPress dashboard, and what we're going to do, we're going to create a menu that is a little bit more structured. So let's get back to the dashboard. We're going to go down over to appearance, then we're going to click on menu. Then inside menu name, we're just going to type the name of the menu. So you can name it whatever you want. I'm typing Manny. I do not want Manny, I need main. So main menu, you can type main nav, top bar, top menu, doesn't matter. And then we're going to click on create. All right, now that we have our main menu created, we're just going to go ahead and select the three pages that we just created, and then we're going to click on add to menu. All right, perfect. Now that we're here, we can actually arrange these better. So we normally have the home page at the front. So how to do that? We're just going to left click and hold, drag upwards. Then the contact page is always the last, so we're going to put the about us in between. All right, now the typical website is also going to have a service page, which I did forget. So let me go ahead and save this. Then I'm going to go back over to pages. I'm going to click on add new. And I'm going to type services here. Then click on publish, publish, and then go back over to our dashboard. Go back down to our menu. We're going to click on service. We're going to add to menu, and then we're going to arrange it about here. Now, finally, what we're going to do, we're just going to click on primary menu here, and then we're going to click on save. All right, so now that we've done that, let's go ahead and see what our website actually looks like. Let me get rid of this, and there we have it. So now we have home, services, about, contact, and this nagging little search icon, which we will get rid of eventually. All right, so let's move it along, guys. Now, one last thing before we get into the fun stuff, and let's get back over to our website, and we're going to click on refresh, and then we're going to click on home. So if you notice, when we click on home, we have WordPress domain name, and then we have home here. If we click on the Divi theme, we go back to here, this screen. So typically what we want to do is when somebody types in the domain name, not the domain name slash home, we want them to go to the home page, which is here where it says home. But if we remove that, look what happens. It takes us back here. So there's one other thing that we need to do over here before we can actually get that applied. Now we're going to go back over to, where is it? Appearance. We're going to go to customize, sorry. Now this is just additional options that controls, let's say, your header, your footer, your global styling, and so forth. And we'll get into some of that later on. But for right now, what we want to do is we want to click on homepage setting here. And we want to change to static page and then click on homepage and we want to choose home. All right, and then we click on publish. So what's going to happen now is if we go back over to WordPress and we refresh, we're now on the home page. Perfect. All right, so now we're getting into the fun stuff. So stay tuned, guys. I'll be right back. All right, so we're now going to start working on the front end. And yeah, we will come back to the back end of the dashboard at some point. But for right now, we're going to do some work on the front end. So let's go over to our WordPress website. So for those who are not yet here, go ahead and right click, or just hover your mouse over here. And if you want to right click to open in a new tab. And then here we are. So pretty much we're going to start working on the home page and we're going to start building out our website. And I know this is the fun part you guys have been waiting for. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click on Enable Visual Builder. This is one of the main features of Divi where you can actually build your website on the front end step by step and see everything unfold in your very eyes. So if you want to go ahead and take a tour, go ahead and do that. For me, I'm just going to go ahead and start building. All right, so let's give you a preview of what Divi has to offer you right out the box. So we will be working from build from scratch, but just before we get to that point, let me show you guys how easy it is to actually bring up a website and just customize it the way you want. So we're going to click on Browse Layout. And here we can choose a variety of templates that you can use for your business. So if you're looking for business, let's say that, then we have a few options that comes up. If you're looking for, let's say, education, click, come on. There we go. We have templates for that. If you're looking for health and fitness, we got templates for that too. So there's pretty much a template for major industries here. And if you do not find a template for your industry, then that's perfectly fine because I'm going to show you how you can build a website from scratch. Pretty easy. All right. So just since we're here, let me go ahead and click on one of these. Let me look for something that looks decent. Let's go with this one, personal trainer pack. So we're going to click on that and we're going to click on use this layout. And guys, you're going to see how easy it is to build a website from scratch just right out of the box. And all you have to do is just add your content and change a few images. Pretty simple, huh? All right, there it is. All right, this is pretty much your website. Let me get rid of this module up here. So I'm going to just click on this trash can. And that's pretty much your website right there. Let me go ahead and exit from the, oh, I don't want to do that. So pretty much this is your website right out the box. And if you want to change images or if you want to change the content, the text, the font size, and all of that, it's pretty darn easy. So let me just give you a quick rundown of that. So if you notice, if you hover over a particular section, it gets highlighted. And then we have these modules here, or these controls, I guess I call them control, that you can use to change different stuff. So what I'm going to do, let's say we want to change personal trainer to personal training, then click on this icon gear right here and we can actually change that to training. Look how easy it is. Then we can click on this check mark. If we want to change the getting started to let's go, it's pretty easy also. So again, guys, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to do all of this, how to make all these changes and customize your website the way you want for your business. All right, so let me just refresh because I did not save anything. So by refreshing, it's going to take me right back to the beginning right here. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to build from scratch. So we're going to start building. So what we're going to do is we're going to just X this out for right now. And right here, if you hover the mouse, you can see where it's highlighted. The blue lines are highlighted. So we're going to click on this plus sign right here. Now, a little disclaimer, guys. I have nothing prepared, and I purposely did that because in regards to images and finding images, I wanted to show you where we can find images. I know it's a little bit time consuming, but it's going to be helpful for you. These images are actually commercially licensed, so you can actually use them on your website for free. And who doesn't like free? All right, so let's go ahead and click on this little gear right here, and we're going to click on full width. All right, so we're going to look at full width header, and then we're going to click on that, and there we have it right there. So just for right now, let's go ahead and X that out. And what we're going to do also is we're going to get rid of this top module here. So we're just going to click on this trash can. All right, so let's go ahead and do some customizing here before we actually go grab some images. So we're going to click on this little gear right here. And then once we click on the gear, we can actually add our title inside here. So we can type, let's say, well, for me, my first business page. Perfect. And then for the subtitle, I'm just going to leave that there for right now. You guys can fill that in whenever you're ready. So that's going to be it right there. Now, in regard to finding images, what I like to do is use this website called Unsplash. So it's unsplash.com. Now, once you're here, you can actually type whatever you want. So if you're looking for images of business, we can do that. So business. And I kind of like this one. It looks clean. It looks nice. Or I like this one also. I'm going to choose this one. So let me go ahead and click on that. Then I'm going to click on download for free or download free. I like using the, let me go back here. I like using this dimension right here, 1920 by 1280. We can cut this down a little bit more to size, but for right now it's perfectly fine. So let's go ahead and do that, and I'm going to save this. um, Let me just do this demo website. What's going on? Oh, okay. And then go there, and then I'm going to name this hero image. So the top part of your website is usually called the hero section. Right here. It's usually called the hero section. So let's go ahead and import that image right here. So let's go ahead and click on this gear. Then we're going to scroll down to where it says background. We can actually remove this by clicking on this trash can right there. Oops, sorry, can't do that. Um, we're going to go over to this third column right here, and we're going to click on add background image. And because I had imported the first template that I showed you guys, this is why these images are here. For you, it's going to be pretty much empty except for the image that you downloaded not so long ago. So I'm going to choose this image, so I'm going to click on it. Once we have this check mark right there, it's ready to go. We're going to click on upload an image, and there we have our image right here. Now it is a little bit small, or in terms of height, and we're going to adjust that in a second. So to adjust the height, we're going to use some padding, and what we have to do, again, we're going to click on this gear icon right here. We're just going to go now over to design, and then we're going to scroll down to where we see spacing right here, and here we have padding. So inside the padding, we're just going to type, let's say 250, and then right here we have this little link right here. So we're going to click on this link. So what this does, it gives us 250 pixels of padding to the top and 250 pixels of padding to the bottom. So here we have what is called margin. Margin will actually move the image from its top container right here and move it down further. So if we go ahead and type in, let's say 100 pixels of margin, it moves from the top. So we don't want that, so let's go ahead and delete it. All right, so let's go ahead and close this for right now and go ahead and make the image a little bit darker. So to achieve that task, what we're going to do, let's go ahead and click inside. Sometimes a little bit difficult. All right, so let's go back to the gear icon, and we're going to scroll down to background again. And next we're going to be inside here. We're going to click on this little icon right here at background gradient. We're going to click on this plus icon, and what we're going to do next is we're going to scroll down where it says place gradient above background image. We're going to check that to yes, and then don't worry, the image is still there. And then we're going to go right back up, and then we're going to click inside this little color palette right here, and then we're going to type 0 0 0 0 0. All right, and then for this one we're just going to also do 0 0 0. All right, so it's fully black. So what we're going to do here, we're going to change the opacity so we can actually see beyond the black. So to do that, let's go ahead and click back into the color palette. Then right here, we're just going to hover our mouse over this little tab right here, left click and drag downwards. Perfect. Now we can also do the same with this second color right here, and we can make it a little bit darker, we can make it a little bit lighter, doesn't matter. And then as we scroll down, we can actually change the gradient direction. So if we want it from top to bottom, we can actually play around with this to get that contrast. See? And then we can do that, or we can do that. So a lot of fun stuff that we can do with this. All right. So not going to take up too much of your time doing that crap. All right. So we're going to leave it at that. So 360 degrees. Our starting position is pretty much at 0. and the ending position is also at 100. So it pretty much covers the entire page. If you do want gradient, you can always play around with these levels. All right, so let's close that, and there we have it. All right, now this button right here, again, it looks nice, but we can actually play around with this. So to do that, let's go again back into the gear option, go to design, and then we're going to scroll down to where it says button. Then we're going to use custom styles for button 1. We can click on that, and we can change the text, so we can actually make this bigger or smaller. I'm just going to leave it at around 22. We can actually change the button color, so if we want it to be red, we can change that to red. I like the white, so I'm going to just reverse once. Scroll down, we can actually change the background color here. So to do that, we have it right here on this paint icon. So we're going to click on this plus, and then we're going to change the color to, let's say, blue. If you like blue, that's fine. All right, now for the border, we can actually remove the border here, and we just have the blue button itself. Now, if you also want to change the radius of the button, which is to make it more circular, then we can just enter, let's say 50. Oops. Oh, sorry. That's for the letter spacing. My bad. All right. So for the letter spacing, we can actually go ahead and choose. We can choose, let's say, 2 pixels. Here, for the default font, we want to change that from default, and I like to use Poppins. It's one of my favorite that I use for pretty much a lot of my websites. And for the font weight is what makes it either thicker or thinner. So I like to go with, let's say, light. For the button, let's do medium. All right, looks good. And we can actually change it from this style to uppercase, all caps, or we can actually go back to here. So the choice is pretty much yours. All right. All right, so the top of the page is pretty much done. So let's move to the second stage, or the second layer of our website. All right, exciting things are going on, guys. So I hope you're following along. I know it can be a little bit tedious at first, but as they say, practice becomes perfect. Now, what we're going to do is add the second layer to our website. So we're going to place our mouse right here on this little plus icon right here, click, and instead of full width, we're going to go for regular. Now inside here, we can choose the column that we want. So the column that I'm looking for right now is going to be the 3-column layout. So I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to exit out for a sec. Now here we have the 3-column layout. Now inside here, we can place any module that we want. So if we click on this plus gear right here, or this plus icon, and we scroll, we can see where we have accordion, blog, we can place a button, comments, email opt-in, icon, login form, map, and so much more. What we want right now is something called a blurb. Why they call it a blurb, I have no idea, but that's what we want. So let's go ahead and choose blurb. So we're going to type it in. So once we start typing, it's going to show up. Select that. Now we have our blurb module here. So let's go ahead and customize this module. Now, the first thing that we want is we want to have an image here. Now, we can have an image here, or we can also have an icon here. So we can always choose to use icon and it change over. And then if we go ahead and click on an icon right there, there it is. And we're not going to do that this time. So let's go back to that. All right, now that we're here, let's go ahead and close that for the time being. We're going to go back over to Unsplash, and we're going to look for another image. So let me go ahead and say this one. No, I don't like that one. Let's go ahead and use this one. Looks more business-like, probably, I don't know. But let's go ahead and use this one. And I'm just going to download it. And this is going to be feature image. So this is pretty much going to highlight the features of your business. So let me go ahead and see if I can find two more. And oh, one more thing, guys, is when we're looking for images, it's either we're going to look for images in landscape mode or landscape orientation or portrait orientation. So for the purpose of this section, we are looking for landscape images. So let me just go ahead and select landscape so we get all landscape images. All right, now let's go ahead and let's choose this one also. Feature image 1. And let's look for one more. Let's do him. Let's go and feature image number 2. All right, perfect. Now let's head back over to our website. Hang on, guys. I think I made a boo-boo here because I think I downloaded the same image twice. This guy right here. So let me go ahead and look for another one. Damn. All right, so searching, searching, searching. This one looks decent. Now let me go for this one right here. And let's go ahead and download it. And this is going to be, let me just replace this one. All right, now we're back on track. And we are ready to add our image. So let's go back to the gear icon and we're going to click on, we're going to go down to image and icon right here. And then we're going to choose, we're just going to click inside that field. And then we're going to choose one of these guys right here. So let me go with this one. Before I do that, let me actually upload that new image that I downloaded, which is that guy. Okay. All right, perfect. And to delete images outside of your gallery, then let's go ahead and do that. So I want to delete this one, and we're just going to click on delete permanently. There we have it. So let's go back, select our image, click on upload an image, and there we have our image right there. Now let's go over to text, or go up to text, and then we're going to type our message right here. So the first thing that we're going to type, how to build a website. I'm just making this up as I go along, guys. And for the content, I'm just gonna keep it as is because I'm pretty much lazy to think of anything to put here. But of course, with your business, you would be entering your own content here. So let's go ahead and style this. So we're going to go over to design, and then we're going to scroll down to title text. Now, once you scroll and reach that row title text, you'll see where it's highlighted over here. So we're going to click inside there, and we can also change the title heading to an H1, H2, H3, and so forth. So for this one, we're going to do H2. No, let's do an H3. And then for the title font, we're going to change that to Poppin. And then for regular, we're going to change that to light. And as we scroll down, we're going to change the font size to, to, let's say 24. All right, perfect. Now, as we continue to scroll, we're going to get down to the body text. And as you see, the text is highlighted over to the left. We're going to click inside that box. We're going to change this also to Poppins. And then we're going to change the body font to light. And we're going to enlarge, we're going to increase the size here. Let's do, say, 16. Also, we're going to change the spacing, or we're going to adjust the spacing maybe about one. Actually, no, it actually looks better without it. And as for the line height, we can do, let's say, 1.9. All right, now let's get back over to here. Now, another thing that we can do, let's see, another thing that we can do is, let's say I'm highlighting over here, and you see where it's highlighted. We can click on this little brush right here, and it takes us right back to the options for that section. And I actually want to make this medium right there. Now I can also change the colors here. So if I want to do red or yellowish or green, for right now I'm just going to keep it as black. You can change whatever color, you can change to whatever color you like, but that's pretty much what I want to do. Now another thing that we're going to do here is we're going to scroll all the way down to box shadow, and we want to create a little shadow for that box right here. So there we have a little shadow right there, and we can also adjust the position horizontally or vertically, and we can increase the strength of the blur, and we can also increase the strength of the spread. So you can play around with this whichever settings you prefer, and that's perfectly fine. All right, so for me, this is pretty much fine for me. I just wanted a little bit, not too much, just a little subtle. Now, as you can see, the content is pretty much right at the edge right here. So this is where we also need some padding. So to get that, what we're going to do is we're going to scroll back up to spacing right here. And inside padding over to the left and the right side, we're going to do, let's say, 20 pixels. And for the top and bottom, we're also going to do about 20 pixels. And then we're going to click on this little link right here. So both top and bottom are applied. All right, so the next thing that we want to do is we want to push this up into the hero section. So let's go ahead and do that. So to achieve that effect, what we're going to do is we're going to use the margin feature, or the margin setting. So let's go ahead and do a negative, let's say 150. And okay, that looks okay. But you notice, guys, that it's pretty much cut off up here, and that's because we did not give the blurb a background color. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to go back over to content, and then we're going to click on background, and then right here we're going to click on add background color. As a matter of fact, we don't need to do that. We can just click on this right here, and boom, we have our background color right there. So if we wanted to change the color to something more custom, then you would have clicked into here and add your custom colors. So because we got the color here that we need, we're just going to use white. All right. Now you're thinking, oh man, I got two more of these to do. Not really. We can actually fast forward this. And one of the good things or features about Divi is we can copy and paste. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so to do that, we're going to click on these three little dots right here. We're going to right click, and then we're going to do copy module. And then over here, just on the plus sign, we're just going to right click, and we're going to do paste module. Same thing over here, paste module. And all we need to do at this point is change the images and change the text. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to just click on the gear again, scroll down to image and icon. We're going to just click inside here, click on this gentleman right here, click on upload an image, and go over to text, and we're going to change the content here. How to get free traffic. Okay. And then over here, same thing. We're just going to click on this icon gear, scroll down to image and icon. We're going to click inside the image. We're going to choose this gentleman right here. And then we're going to change the text to, let's see, I don't know, how to gain success. As I said, guys, I'm just winging this, okay? Don't judge me. All right. And of course, you can go ahead and change the content down below. All right. So that pretty much takes care of our hero section and our featured section. And the most important thing that we need to do right now is to go ahead and save. So let's go ahead and save right here. All right. So it's now saved. So let's see what it looks like. Let me just copy the link over here and paste it over here, and we're just going to see what it looks like without it being in edit mode. All right, perfect, beautiful, looks good, huh, guys? All right, and you notice the animation that just came in. Let me do that again. So let me refresh. Boom, there's the animation that came in. All right, looking good. All right, so let's move down now to the third section of our website. Now let's head back over to our trusty Unsplash, and let's see if we can find some other images. And this time we're going to look for a landscape image. Sorry, this time we're going to look for a portrait image. So let's look for portrait, and let's do, this young lady is nice, so let's do her. And she's all laughing and giggling and just makes the website look alive. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'll just name this Laughing Girl. And we're going to save it. All right, now let's head back over to our website, and what we're going to click on again, we're going to click on our section tab right here. So add new section, and we're going to also do a regular. This time we're going to do 2-column layout. So let's go ahead and do that. And in one section we're going to have a text, and in the other section we're going to have an image. So let's go ahead and look for the image module and place that there. All right, now for the text, I'm going to go over to this website called Lorem Ipsum, and we're going to get some dummy text. Copy, and we're going to paste it inside here. And again, this is where you're going to choose your own content to put inside. And let's do that. And let's do that. And also, what we can do is we can add a title up top. So we can just say Laughing Girl. And we can change the heading to a H2, and of course we're going to design this, so let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to have the H2, click on H2 right there. We're going to change the font to Poppins, and then we're also going to make this a little bit bolder. Scroll down, we're going to increase the font size to say 40, and then for the lettering we're going to do, let's say 2px, and for the line height let's do 1.3. all right, and for the text here, we're going to change this text to Poppins, And then we're going to change this to light. We're going to increase the font size to 16. We're going to change this to 2, and then we're going to go ahead and make that a little bit wider, the line height. Perfect. All right. And then for the image, we're going to go over to the image. We're going to click inside the image. We're going to go to upload files, look for our laughing girl, and then we're going to upload an image. Now, a regular rule of thumb is to have your call to action strategically placed along your website. So like right here, as someone goes on your website, there's a call to action here. And as we scroll down, we want to have another call to action right here. So let's look for a button module, and we're going to style the module. So we're going to go over to design. Oh, before we do that, let's change the call to action here. So we're going to say get in touch, and then we're going to go over to design, and then we're going to scroll down to the button module or button section. Then we're going to click here, use custom style. For the size, we can keep that as is. For the button background, we can change that to the color here because we want to keep that consistency throughout the website. And then for the color of the font, we want to keep that to white. And also we want to remove the border, and we want to give it a radius of, I believe at the top we did like what, 10, or we didn't do any. No, I don't think we did. But for the default, we want to again go for pop-ins. Again, we want to keep that consistency throughout the website, and I believe we'd use medium here. And if you want to capitalize it, we can do that. I'm not going to do that, so let me reverse that action, and let's close that. Again, let's go ahead and save, and we can view it again over here. All right, looking good. All right, so let's move now to the next section. So again, we're going to click on this little plus button right here, and on this section we're going to choose regular, and we're just going to choose a full column or full width right here. Again, we're going to do text. As a matter of fact, no, let's do testimonial. All right, so we got a testimonial right there, and we're going to edit this. So let's do that, and name goes here. Let's say Ray Daly, and we're going to look for an image. Let's see if we can find an image. I'll probably just steal her. You guys can actually go over to Unsplash or find an image probably already on your computer and add it to and add it. So that looks perfectly fine. Then we're going to go ahead and done. Now here we're just going to do this. We're going to go into this gear right here, and for the background, let's see if this looks good. 222. I like it, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save that right there. I'm going to come back inside here. I'm going to remove the background image or the background color here. And then I'm going to go up to design, come down to body text, and I'm going to change the color to white. All right, and then I'm just going to go ahead and adjust my font. And for this one, again, light. And I want to increase this to around, let's say 30. Nope, too much. Let's say 25. Perfect. And let's see, do I need anything else? No, looks pretty good. All right, perfect. All right, and then let's go ahead and click on this plus again. We're going to choose another, and then let's do another full width right here. And then let's close that out for a second. All right, so as you can see, guys, this website is coming along pretty nicely. Now, as I said, I did not plan this design in any way, shape, or form. I'm just giving you basic ideas how to use the modules, how to go about setting, how to go about changing the setting, and so forth. You can actually create anything you want with pretty much the same concept that I'm showing you right here. All right. All right, so before we move on, let's take a look at what it looks like on the other side. So I think I had closed it earlier. So let me just go into a new tab. And all right, looking good. Okay, not so good looking. All right, I think I know why. All right, so let's get back to here. Now we did change a setting here, but I believe we need to go inside here and make this transparent. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's hit save. Let's go back over here, refresh, and voila. All right, perfect. All right, so the next section that we want to build is going to be our benefits section, and we're going to need a two column. But for this two column, we're going to make it a little bit uneven. So let's do this one. And over here, we're going to have an image. And let's go over to our Unsplash and see if we can find a nice little image for that. And I believe we kind of want landscape this time. No, let's do square. Let's change that. And let's go for this one. All right, so we're going to go ahead and download this. And then we're going to go ahead and save that. Let's head back over to our website, and we're going to, am I on the right one? Let me get rid of this for right now. Sometimes having too many tabs open can be a bother. All right, so let's go ahead and import our image inside our media library. Select files, and let's grab our image. And then let's go ahead and upload an image. All right, and over to the right side, we're going to do a blurb. And for the blurb, what we want this time, instead of image, we're going to do icon. So we're going to use icon here. So we're going to turn this on, and then we're going to look for an icon. Let me go for check mark. I like that one. Okay. And then the next thing that we're going to do is head over to design, image and icon. And we're going to change this from top to left. So as you can see, it's moved to the left side here. And also over back to the content section, back in text, we're going to remove the text, and we're just going to put some information here. So let me just jump over to Lorem, and let me just do this. And then I'm going to go back to design, title text. We're going to change the font back to Poppin. We're going to give this a bold, for the text, let's give it some text. So not much, just a little bit. And let's go back over here to content, back to text, and inside here we're going to paste our text there. And too much, let me just do that. All right, and we're going to go back to design, and we're going to style our body text. So again, we're going to choose pop in, and for the font weight we're going to do light, and for the text size we're going to do 16. Let's go back up to title text, and we're going to do well, it's already at 18, so that's fine. Let's see what 20 looks like. 20 is fine. All right, now the color of the icon here, we want to change that. So let's head back up to icon, and we're going to use our favorite color here, the blue. You can use whichever color you choose, but I'm going to use the blue, and then there we have it. Now in this case we're going to duplicate the module here, so let's go ahead and click on this little icon right here, duplicate module, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can do one more, 5. All right, perfect. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and what we can do up here is create the text module, and then we're going to just place our mouse right here where we have that cross, left click and hold, drag it upwards. Then we are going to go back into the text settings, and we're going to give this a heading. So let's do that. And we're going to give this a H2 heading, and then we're going to go back to design, heading text. We're going to change this to pop-ins. We're going to make this bold. Sorry, we first need to change this from H1 to H2. Go back, change this to pop-ins. We're going to make this bold, and we're also going to center it. All right, and let's make this 30. And also the line height, let's give it some line height over there, and some letter spacing also. Perfect. All right. All right, now something is actually missing. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to create another section. This one is going to be a one column, and then I'm going to do text. So this is just some verbiage for the benefits section. So let's go ahead and do that. And for the title, let me grab Mr. Ipsum over here. And then I'm going to make this an H2, and this I'm going to make H3. So just place the mouse down here, and we're going to make this a H3, and let's go ahead and design it. So for the text heading, looks like I did something wrong here. H2. Let's go with Poppins as usual. Can't spell. And let's make this bold, and let's make this, let's say around 60 or 45. And we're going to give it some spacing and also some line height, 1.3 em, and we're going to make it centered. All right, now for the H3, let's go ahead and choose H3 here. we're going to go for Poppins, and also let's make this light, and we're going to increase the font size to around 26, and we're going to give it some line height and also some spacing. And we're also going to make it centered. All right, let's adjust this a little bit. Okay, perfect. Now, another thing that we can do, because this is related to this, and you notice there's a huge gap between here, what we can do is go back down to spacing, and we can remove the margin. As a matter of fact, that did not work, but we can do a negative bottom here. All right, let's do negative 50. Let's do negative 75. All right, negative 100. Perfect. There we go. All right, now, all right, looks much nicer. All right, so we're pretty much done with the benefits section. So let's go ahead and save. Now, if you do not see the save button down here, just click Control and S on your keyboard and then hit save. All right, so we're almost done, guys. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do the About Us page, or the About Us section, I should say. So again, let's click on this little plus icon, and we're going to do regular, and I think we're going to do 2 columns. All right, and we're going to have pretty much text. As a matter of fact, let's not do that yet. Let's actually change this to single column. Let's add a text module, and then we're just going to put About Us, and we're going to make this an H2. We're going to go to design, we're going to go to heading text, change to H2, and we're going to change our font to Poppins. Then we're going to make this bold, and we're going to put it in the center as usual, and we're going to make this same 40, just like we do up here. And for the letter spacing, let's do 2, and for the line height, let's do 1.3. All right, now let's click on this little black plus icon here. We're going to select another text module, and that information can stay. And then down here, we're going to do 2 columns. First column is going to be text. Close that, and also the second column is going to be, well, the second column is going to be an image. And of course, let's run over to Unsplash and see if we can find a nice little image. All right, let's refresh this. All right, let's do Office. And let's do this guy. All right, so we're going to download this guy. All right, save that, and let's head back over to our website, and let's go ahead and download our image. And upload an image. And inside here, we can actually change this to our CEO, make this a heading 2, and also go back to design, heading text, go to H2, then pop in font weight. I'm going to keep that as, I'm going to make that medium and close. All right, now underneath this, we're going to add some text again. So we're just going to look for a text module, and we're just going to, let's just copy and let's say one more line. All right, and that's it for our About Us page. All right, now let's go ahead and save it and see what it actually looks like over here. All right, looking good. All right, so the final thing that we're going to do in regards to the body of the website is we're going to create a contact form. So, of course, we want someone to always reach out to us. And here I'm going to do something different than what I've been doing before. So, instead of going to the insert section, what I'm going to do is go to this area right here, and it's right here. So we can just click and it expands. We're going to click on this plus icon right here, and we're going to look for a contact layout. So this is just another way of expediting the process of creating your website. So let's look for something that looks good. I kind of like this, and we can view it before we actually import it onto our website. All right, looks good. And we're going to use this layout. All right, now what we're going to do here is the things that we do not need, we are going to remove. Actually, everything here we do need. So we'll pretty much keep this as is, and let's go ahead and save it. And let's view it over here. So let's start from the top. And we also have a little animation going on and newsletters. Now the only thing that needs to be done is to replace the logo here, create a footer here, and then we need to connect these pages with these sections here. Now what I did notice is that we did not create a service section, and before we move further, let's go ahead and do that right now. Now, remember the shortcut that I showed you guys earlier? We're going to pretty much do that right now also. So we're going to click on this little plus sign right here, go back to our layouts, and we're just going to type service. And we're going to look for a service layout that looks nice. And looking. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm going to use this right here. So let's go ahead and click on use this layout. And as I was saying before, guys, we're going to scroll down, but we're going to remove pretty much what we do not need. So let's go ahead and delete that section. This is the section that we need. We're going to delete this section right here. We're going to delete this section right here. We can delete this section also, or as a matter of fact, I think we can keep frequently asked questions. No, let's delete it. And did I just delete everything? Let me go again. Okay, there we are. All right, so this is nice, but it does not go with the theme of the page. So we're going to delete that. We're going to delete that. And we're also going to delete that. And we're going to delete this. Here, we're going to delete this green area here, this row section, or these row sections. And what we're going to do now is we're going to drag this up to where we need it to be. So to do that, again, place your mouse just over here, left click and hold, drag upwards. And we want it right here. All right, and of course what we're going to do now is we're going to change the text style and also the content, our services. We're going to change this to heading 2, and we're going to change this to poppin. We're going to make this 40, keep it consistent with the rest of the website, and give it a line spacing, letter spacing, and the line height is fine, and we're good with that. Right here, we're going to come back into this area, to this module, and we're going to adjust the settings here. So as for the title text, we're going to change that to Poppins. We can keep it bold. We're going to make this about 20. And of course, for the text or the body text, we're going to change that also to Poppins. And we're going to do light, and we're going to make this 16. It's already 16, perfect. And we're good. Now let's just copy and paste the styles. So copy module styles, then over here we're going to paste it. And that's our service section. All right, so we want to give this a little bit of a pop more than the rest of the page. So to do that, let's select our section gear, and then we're going to go to background. Then we're going to go to add background, and I think I like this, but we're going to have to change the colors here, which is fine. So we're going to keep this blue. I'm getting fond of this blue. And then we're going to go back into our setting, go to design, and we're going to click on heading text. Actually, this needs to be H2, and we're going to go down here and we're going to click on services. Over here, we're going to back to our gear section, gear setting, go to design, go to title text, and we're going to choose white. and should not have closed that. Then we're going to go to design, body text, and again choose white. And of course, now we're going to copy and paste the module styles. All right, looking much better. And we're going to go ahead and save that. And then move on to the final finale of our website. All right, so let's go ahead and get the logo for our website. Now we're going to go back to the back end of the website. So if you have not closed out your first tab over, I think I already closed mine. All right, let me go to my dashboard. And then we're going to go down to Divi and then theme option right here. What we're going to do next is we're going to upload a logo right here. So go ahead and click on upload, and I think I'm just going to grab one of my logos on my website. I'm just going to use, I'll just use this one right here, set as logo, save changes, and then go back over to my website and hit refresh. First, let me make sure everything here is already saved. Then I'm going to hit on refresh. And there we have my little logo right there. All right. Now you can make further adjustment to the logo in terms of making it bigger or smaller. And we're going to go back over to our dashboard. And this time we're going to click on appearance and then customize. From here, we're going to go to header and navigation. We're going to choose primary menu bar. And here we can choose the logo max height, so we can actually make it larger or smaller. We can change the text size of the menu, and we can also change the letter spacing and the menu height also. We can make it a little bit larger if we want to. So there's a lot of things that we can do here, but we're still limited compared to what we can do elsewhere, which I will show you in another video. All right, so let's go ahead and publish that. Now another thing that you can do is change the colors here. So to do that, we have active link color. So we can change that over to, again, my favorite blue. Hit on publish, and you can leave these as is. Now for this icon right here, this search icon, let's get rid of that. So we're going to go back to the top primary bar. Then we're going to hit this back arrow right here. We're going to go to header elements, and we're going to remove show search icon and hit publish. All right, now let's go back again, because now we want to make these pretty much the same font as the rest of the website. So let's go back to primary menu, scroll down to font, and then we're going to look for Poppin. Then we're going to hit on publish. All right, perfect. Hope you guys are following along. We're almost at the finish line. So let's go back. Let's X out of this. All right, so the final thing that we're going to do is we're going to link these menus with these sections. So to do that, we're going to go back into our dashboard. We're going to go to Appearance. We're going to go to Menus, and we're going to make some changes using custom links. So inside here, we're going to click on this right here, and we're just going to type hashtag and then service. Then we're going to do services here. Why do I always have it with two R's? Then we're going to add to menu. We're going to do hashtag and then about. Then we're going to type about here. So this is what's going to show on the menu bar. We're going to do the same thing for contact and contact here. And was there anything else? Nope. Actually, yeah, one more thing. The home page and hashtag home and home. And what we're going to do with these, which we created initially, we're going to just remove them. So click, remove. And then we're just going to rearrange these as we did before. And then click on Save. All right, next thing that we're going to do, we're just going to go back to our front end of the website, and we're going to make some changes to these little sections. So first thing that we're going to do, we're going to click inside here, this little gear. We're going to go to Advanced. We're going to go to CSS ID and classes, and inside here we're just going to type service. And let's save that, and let me show you guys what it looks like. Now let's go back over here, refresh, and if I click on service, it scrolls up. All right, so let's continue. So now we have the About Us page, which is all the way down here. So once it's highlighted and we're in the About Us section, we're going to click on this little gear, click on Advanced, CSS ID and classes, About. We're going to do the same for contact right here. And we're going to do the same thing for the home page right here. So once you're at the bottom of the page and you hit the home, it's going to scroll back upwards. And then we're going to hit on save. Let's go back over to this website and refresh. And let's give it a try. So starting from the top, we have the home page. We have next the service page. Next we have the About Us page. And next we have the contact page. And if we scroll back up to the home page, boom, there we are. All right, now before I forget, and let me go back to the edit builder, and I'm going to make this clickable because right now it is not. So I'm going to make this go to the service page. So I'm going to say get started, and then I'm going to scroll down to link, and I'm going to put hashtag service. Now, if you want to make this much larger, guys, again, you know the drill. All we simply need to do is get the icon gear, go to design, scroll down to title text, and this could be at H1. And just for rule of thumb, guys, each page that you have on your website only needs to have one H1 tag. Okay, so that's just a standard rule of thumb. So we're going to make this our only H1 tag, and then we're just going to change this up here, and then we're going to make this bold, and we're just going to give this some more pop. So let's do 50. And for the body text, let's make that also pop in, and let's do light, and let's see, around 20. And of course we're going to increase our size right here. All right, so 1.6 is pretty good, and there we have it. Now you may be wondering, how does this look on mobile device? So to see this, or to view this on mobile device, we're going to click on this right here. So we have desktop, we have tablet, and we have mobile right here. So let's go ahead and look at the mobile. All right, looks good. So far everything looks responsive, and right out the box, this may not need to be here, so let's go ahead and delete this. If you do not have it, that's fine. So let's continue downwards. This might be the only thing that we may need changing, so let me go ahead and adjust this for mobile. So we're going to click on the icon gear again, and we're going to move to design. We're going to click on heading text. I believe this is an H2, and what we're going to do is right here, as you hover, you notice these other options appear. We're going to click on this little phone icon right here, and then we're just going to click on phone, and we're just going to make some adjustment. All right, that looks pretty decent. And then we're going to click on, oh, they're actually in the same module. So we're going to go down now to, or we're going to go up to, where is it? Oh, we need to be in design. And I'm going to scroll up to H3, and same thing. Once we hover over this area right here, these new options appear. We're going to click on this little phone icon, click on phone, and we're just going to make this smaller. So let's do 20 now, 19, 18, 19. That looks fine. All right, and if you need to make other adjustments, then it's pretty much the same procedure. Ensure that you click on this little phone icon, click on the phone tab, or the tablet tab, or the desktop to set your values, and then once you're done, you hit save. Then we can exit by clicking on the desktop view. And pretty much everything looks the same on desktop and looks pretty responsive on mobile and tablet devices. All right, guys, it was a pleasure doing this video for you, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.